Welcome to the Oligo News. In a powerful speech, Burkina Faso's leader Captain Ibrahim Traorés challenged the International Monetary Fund, IMF. He said no to Western financial pressure, no to economic control, and yes to Africa's economic freedom. In front of international leaders, Captain Ibrahim Traorés made a very strong speech. He said, "We will not allow the IMF or any Western financial institution to control our country. Burkina Faso is free. Africa must be free." He spoke about how the International Monetary Fund, IMF, gives loans with very strict rules. These rules often hurt African economies. He said that the IMF's policies keep African countries poor and dependent. Traoré told the world that Burkina Faso will build its own economy, without depending on IMF loans or World Bank programs. His words were direct, fearless, and full of power. The global reaction to Captain Traoré's speech was huge. Many African people cheered him. On social media, hashtags like #AfricaEconomicFreedom, #TraoréSpeech, and #IMFexit started trending. People said Captain Traoré is the new voice of economic justice in Africa. They praised him for speaking truth in front of the world. But some Western countries and IMF officials were not happy. They called his words dangerous and populist. Still, Traoré did not apologize. He made it clear, Burkina Faso will take control of its own economic future. This moment is very important for Africa. Captain Traoré's speech could start a new movement, a push for Africa's financial independence. More African countries may now question the role of the IMF and World Bank in their economies. Experts say that if countries like Burkina Faso can grow without IMF aid, it will change the future of the whole continent. Traoré's message is simple. Africa is rich in gold, oil, and people. We must use our own resources to build our future. So what do you think? Is this the beginning of true Africa economic liberation? Captain Ibrahim Traoré's speech against the IMF is not just news, it's history in the making.
There comes a moment in the life of a nation when silence is betrayal, when continued obedience is suicide, and when bowing to the same hands that choke you is no longer diplomacy, it is surrender. My name is Captain Ibrahim Traoré. I do not speak with the polish of career diplomats. I do not wear the cologne of multinational boardrooms. I was not trained in Washington nor groomed in Geneva. I speak from the battlefield where my people bleed and the soil remembers. I speak for a nation that has long been treated like a debtor's prison. And today I speak directly to the International Monetary Fund, not with trembling hands, but with a voice rooted in centuries of African pain and now African awakening. For too long, the IMF has posed as a benevolent doctor prescribing economic treatment to sick nations. But what we've learned, what we've suffered, is that your medicine often kills the patient. Your loans arrive with smiles, but they are poisoned arrows wrapped in contracts. You speak of stabilization, but you deliver strangulation. You speak of reform, but what you really mean is obedience to models built in foreign labs never meant for African soil. But we are not your laboratory. We are not your experiments. We are not pawns in your economic chess game. Burkina Faso and the whole of Africa is waking up. And when we wake, we do not ask for permission to breathe. You see, I come not to beg for cancellation. I come not to plead for relief. I come to tell you what no African leader has dared say loudly enough. We no longer accept economic policies that reduce our people to beggars. While our gold lines the vaults of the West, we no longer dance to the rhythm of conditionalities that gut our public services, cripple our farmers, and force our youth into exile. We no longer accept being told that good governance means handing over our national wealth to foreign firms with smiling consultants. So today we begin a new conversation, not one between debtor and lender, but one between equals, between nations, between truth and falsehood. And this is not a press release, this is a reckoning, and it begins now. One, the chains of debt, a modern form of slavery. Let us speak plainly, without euphemism, without the polite lies of diplomacy. Debt, the kind you offer Africa, is not a tool of development in the name of efficiency. We will no longer trade our sovereignty for loans that disappear into the hands of consultants, only to return as debt for our grandchildren. Let me be even more clear. Africa does not owe you, you owe Africa. You owe us for the gold taken on the colonial boots. You owe us for the minerals that power your smartphones while our villages remain in darkness. You owe us for the diamonds that dazzled your palaces while we bled in silence. And yet even in all this we are not asking for charity. We are asking for justice.
Don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts. For English news you can also visit our news website www.theoligo.com. Thank you for your valuable time.